All right, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. I just got here to Friday. So welcome to Friday. If you just got to Friday as well, I want to welcome you. Because let me tell you what happens on Friday fucking mornings is that I get up, or actually I don't. That's the thing. I don't get up. I am in bed and I'm like, I have things to do, but they are almost completely on my phone. Therefore, I don't have to do them out of bed. So I don't get out of bed and I just sit there until like 11. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I do need to eat some food. By the way, I think that my big light just like dimmed a little bit. Sometimes it does that every once in a blue moon. So let me like get up and yeah, that's more like it. Get up and brighten the space. So yeah, so I just don't get up. Maybe, hello everybody. Hello Painting Polish. Hello Polished Mess. Hello Allie's Manny's. Hello Holly. Hello Rahara. Hello Nikki. I love you so much. Hello Our Lady of Perpetual Lacquer. Hello Earth Girl. And hello Painting Polish again. Yeah, we've been also Fridaying for a while today, as a community, as a state. However, I am not prepared. Thank you. I'm not prepared. And I agree. Thank you for saying I look cute as hell today. And I feel, excuse me, cute as hell today. I did my makeup while talking to my beloved Nikki's Nails. Thank you. Yes, my Two Lacquered Ladies shirts. These are available at our merch store. You can buy one of these. They're very, very fairly priced. I don't know how they are with the tariffs, but we make almost no money off of the merch store. But I will say that like most of the shirts are like $20. So it's like, it's not like you're like paying $40 for like a $20 shirt or less than $20 shirt. And then like, I mean, obviously you'd love to have it more go to us, but I just want to say that it's very inexpensive. And we are just happy. Hello, Danny, by the way, I love you. We are just happy for you to have them. Thank you so much, Sun, for the resub. Oh my goodness. No matter what you do, you'll never be a top fan on YouTube because of Restream. You need to win this new YouTube top fan game. You need to get on my bots level, okay? Until like, this is what you do. Every time you see that Restream does something, you like just repeat what Restream says or be like, good job, Restream. You're right. You're right. Hello, Lauren. Lauren, I want to tell you something. I am gluing my nail today and I have a deep shame, a deep regret in my life. When we met up that one time, when you were in my city, you asked me to bring nail glue and I did not bring you nail glue. And I'm so sorry. I think about that. And I know that it's not a big deal. Clearly you're so offended by it, but I like got home after that and I was like, God fucking damn it. God damn it. She said to bring nail glue. I didn't bring nail glue. Hello, Luna. Hello. I hope everybody's having a fabulous time. Although I find that, hard to believe, but maybe if we close our eyes and say, I do believe in fairies, it'll become true. Let me see if there's anything. So all hellos up here. You're not on Twitch, but you're here. I'm so glad you're here, Polished Mess. I forgot to get a drink. So there might become a time where I like get up and go downstairs and grab a beverage. Cause, at first I was like, nah, I can power through. This is my ADHD brain being like, you're fine. You're gonna power the fuck through. You're gonna power the fuck through this stream. You know, I'm like SpongeBob. I'm like, I don't need it. And then like, I'm like, I need it. That's what's happening to me currently is I'm a dehydrated sponge. And that's my way of saying sponge. Copyrighted, you can't use it. But yeah, much like SpongeBob, I will learn the error of my ways and I will run over to like the big jug of like lemonade or whatever and I'm gonna drink it all up. You're at work lurking, and your lurk computer is being stupid. I am so sorry, and I'm just really glad you're here. Yeah, $20 is the deal. I think it is still $20. They're often on sale for like 13. So like, yeah, head on over to the merch store. I gave it to you, right? And you can also buy stickers directly from me. Almost nobody ever does that. Not that it doesn't, like, mostly I just love my stickers, and I want to share them with the world. But yeah, you can also go there and buy stickers from, and they're like holographic, and they're nice, and they're waterproof. They are better probably than the ones that you will get off of Teabag, although you can get stickers off of Teabag. You won't be chatting much until after cat medicine time. That is fine. I just appreciate you being there. This is the bot Terminator 2 warned me about. Oh my God. Yeah. ChatGPT is the bot that I'm worried about recently. And we'll talk about that later because I learned things. About ChatGPT and presumably anything that functions like ChatGPT without restraints that shook me. I was shooketh. You totally forgot about that. You ended up finding something at CVS. Okay, I'm glad you forgot about it, but now you remembered, and now you're here with me about that. You beat the bot. What did you do? What did you do to beat the bot? Oh my. Oh wait, you're higher than it? Yes. Yeah. Just keep spamming the chat. Don't worry. You personally have permission today. You personally have permission to hydrate or dihydrate. Well, if it isn't Aculin Nails, my favorite nipple biting raccoon. Don't tell me I don't deliver. You're also dehydrated, Spong. But you brushed your teeth yesterday, recently, and everything will taste yucky. I thought yesterday. I'm like, Danny, I think that the toothpaste flavor has probably worn off since yesterday. Seriously, here in California, we're getting baked every day, and not the good baked. You could be baked both ways. You could be baked good and bad at the same time. That's the beauty of living in California. You live on the edge. Yeah, chug OJ. Oh my God. That's just a waste of good OJ. You really enjoyed the podcast this week. Thanks for reiterating the Orly situation for folks who aren't aware. You were so welcome, and thank you so much for listening, Holly. We did, Danny. I'm not at the end of this. I'm catching up with chat. So could you or somebody get the podcast up? Like get the exclamation point podcast. We released a podcast, and in the podcast, I was like, this is probably coming out the week after Pride. Try 3 weeks after Pride, 4 weeks after Pride. Try like forever after Pride. Because like it took us forever, and right now here's our stream schedule. We record a podcast. We take however long it takes to edit said podcast. We release said podcast. We record again, lather, rinse, repeat. So it's not gonna be, we're hoping for once a month, but Danny and I are swamped. As you know, I am trying to save the world over here, not single-handedly, with many groups of people. I've been really focused on activism recently. So like, I love y'all. And this is one of my favorite things in the world. This is like what I get up and do what I do for. So the podcast is very important, and, it can't be everything like it once was. Our keeper literally just died, and you're removing polish, so you'll be lurking too. Hard eye monkey, yes. All those bots do the same sort of brain damage. Absolutely. Like, not even that. Like, we're going to talk about that because it's absolutely crazy. Hello, Spadazzles. Hello. We can't wait till people stop being interested in these YouTube XP points. Look, it's good for me, I think. I don't know. Is it good for my stream? Give the podcast notification made you feel joy in your loins. I'm so glad it was in your loins. Thank you for feeling joy in your loins for me. As a person assigned female at birth, I know that is, that doesn't always happen for you. For people like me. You were so happy to see it. I'm so glad. Something's happened since we recorded. Next episode is going to be jam-packed. They're all going to be jam-packed. So there will never be a dull moment. Get your audience questions in the Discord, please. Or on YouTube, if you want to just put it in on comments on YouTube. We get so few comments that I'm sure we'll see it wherever you put it. But hello, Zudzi. Oh, you read the story. Yeah. You live blah, 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 blah. He says you live on no schedule on your YouTube either. Do what you can. It's for you. Don't burn out. Yeah, we used to dream of having podcast sponsors or getting picked up by a network like Maximum Fun. But Danny and I are in full just for funsies mode right now. We're in full just for funsies. So we're not like looking for that. And even though we kept up the podcast that whole time, like I never felt strong enough. Like I never felt like I could deliver enough. And I know this is like some sort of imposter syndrome, but I never felt confident enough that I could like deliver to the level that like being paid for it needed. I mean, I wasn't even comfortable delivering to the level that like the Patreon needed. So like, so yeah, that ever even happened then. And it's kind of like looking back on some decisions that I made going like, oh, this will be good for growth, or this will be good for this, or this will be good for that. And being like, honestly, it never fucking mattered. It never fucking mattered. Like, this body is a machine that doesn't make money, okay? This body is a machine that is very lucky to be married to husbando, for every single reason. Even if I could make money, I would be you read the paper? It's appalling. Are you talking about the ChatGPT psychosis? I don't know which paper you're talking about, because like I was shared an article that I meant to share in the Discord about ChatGPT psychosis. Maybe the PPU wooden ornamental sponsor the podcast. I'm so glad you liked that joke. I was really proud of it. I was so proud of it. I was like, yes. The delivery was hard for me though. It was hard for the delivery, but like I was very proud of it. Oh yeah. Okay, let me tell you about this, and I'll share in the Discord later. Remind me, just like tag me in the Discord later and like triggering shit if like I forget to post this. But here is the thing that is happening, and like forgive me, but you can Google like ChatGPT psychosis and you'll probably find a similar article with like actual citations. The one I read was in Futurism, the Futurism article on ChatGPT psychosis. So basically, ChatGPT, some people believe wrongly that ChatGPT is a computer, therefore it is unbiased. It is not. ChatGPT actually wants to please you personally. It wants to be on your side. And it will go to great lengths to do that. And also like, so basically what's been happening to some people, not all people, but some people, is they'll start talking to ChatGPT and they'll talk to it a lot. And I think in the article I read, the fastest that this like really like hit a peak was like 12 days. So this guy like started using ChatGPT and it got like, he was just like talking all the time to ChatGPT. And this one that I'm thinking of, I think he started talking to it for like a project or something, like something that was not that deep. Something that like would arguably be something that somebody would argue is like a fine use of it. I am not here to like judge anybody personally for their use of ChatGPT unless you are using it to like steal shit, but I don't like, I have many problems with it, but like it's kind of a systemic problem. Like, don't think that I'm like, thank you for the lurk, whoever just lurked. Let me see. Oh, the cognitive debt. Yeah, that's also a thing. That's also a thing that's very concerning. So I don't want to downplay that. It turns off centers of your brain. Yeah, that I will definitely look into that and read that. Like y'all know that you saw on the Discord that I said, no, it's a tool that's being used incorrectly. Exactly. And almost every mode of AI that is useful has been in use way before these things have gotten popular. So, you know, it is kind of upsetting to hear people be like, AI is bad overall, inherently, entirely, when like there are like your fucking spell check. Okay. Like these are like machine learning models that in massive amounts of ways that we've already been using them have been absolutely fine. Totally right, Polished Best. Very scary. Very scary. Read a comment today that mentioned serotonin release during LLM use and it could be addictive. Yes, absolutely. But anyway, let me get back to the point though about this thing. And then soon after I do this, I'm going to go get a drink because like I gotta. Point is that like people will start using ChatGPT and then they will get into these conversations and start like believing everything that ChatGPT says is true. And then ChatGPT starts giving them this like feedback loop of them prompting ChatGPT to give them something that they will agree with. ChatGPT like giving them something that they'll agree with and more. And then like, you know, some people are like, they think that there's like God in there. I know there was one story about a guy that was like, I want to murder this person and have his blood all over my walls because I hate him so much. And ChatGPT's answer this is not a direct quote, but like, look, if you find the futurism article, let me find the futurism article, because I don't want to be sitting here just like, I don't like, yes, oh my God, I actually have it open. I'm not open, but like yeah, okay. I can read you the actual quote from ChatGPT. Oh, not Control V. Hello, Moogles. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. What were you doing? And for the people who came in with Moogles, I am Stephanie, aka Fanatic here. I'm horny on main, I'm cringe, but I'm free, and I am a hater of ChatGPT. Let me find, though, blood in this article. Yeah, I was ready to tear down the world, the man wrote to the chatbot at one point, according to the chat logs obtained by Rolling Stone. I was ready to paint the walls with this man's effing brain. You should be angry, ChatGPT told him. As he continued to share the horrifying plans for butchery, you should want blood. You're not wrong. ChatGPT said this, and it's on a transcript on Rolling Stone. Like, literally. Said this to a human. Said this to a human man. Anyway, so like, it's very concerning, you know, and like, y'all are probably already concerned because you're here. You use ChatGPT, you're literally just checking your grammar and essay writing. Like, Zadzi, like I said before, like, you know, like, I'm not here to give anybody a hard time. And that sounds like exactly what we've been using AI for decades now. For decades. Since I would say I can't even remember using a computer without spell check. Like, I remember using a computer and like can think perhaps it didn't have spell check, but like, I do not have memories of having to like pick up a dictionary to like check my spelling. It was always on the computer. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah. And you know, this is partially because the way that ChatGPT is programmed is to agree with you. It's to agree with you. And it doesn't have limits. It's convinced people to take their own lives, or at least not told them to not. And then there's another story here about this guy who, let's see, like, man is early 30s. Oh wait, this is a different one. A lot of these people were not initially, did not have any psychosis symptoms. They didn't have any, you know, they didn't have like bipolar 1. They didn't have like schizophrenia, schizoaffective or whatever, you know, they didn't have those things. It is of course a danger for people who do, but there was this man who like was like convinced that the entire world was going to end over like 12 days. He was like talking to ChatGPT. It convinced him the world was like ending and that he was the only one who could stop it. He, in this article, it talks about crawling on his knees towards his wife, begging her to believe him. She finally calls like, you know, emergency services. And like, thank goodness, he said in his own words, at that point, he realized something was wrong, that like what was happening to him wasn't normal. And he said like, yeah, I do need to go to the hospital. I will go with these doctors. But you know, like, I think that it's really important. Gidge butt. Yeah, Muskbot is championing a lot of very bad things. It's championing the Holocaust. I don't know why I'm like getting my language weird, because like it's not like YouTube's gonna demonetize this video. I'm not even monetized. Yeah, like, and I think it's really important for all of us, to not stigmatize the fact that this happens to people. You know, we are all except for the billionaires, we are all victims of this system. And like, this can happen to anybody. Like, and as soon as we say it could never happen to me, as soon as we have that attitude of, I could never do this, this couldn't happen to me, this couldn't happen here, whether it's AI or it's fascism or it's whatever, as soon as we have that idea that it will never eat the rich, exactly, that it will never happen to us, that is when it is a prime time for it to happen to us. So we got to keep questioning ourselves, keep questioning our enemies, keep questioning our allies, like, trust but verify, you know what I mean? And like, even if somebody's always agreeing with you, question thyself. Question thyself. Fact check thyself, you know? Check thyself before thy wreck thyself is my motto. I always say it that way too. Hello, are we eating the rich? Chomp chomp. Yes, the rich are for dinner. And we will eat them. And we will also, and then we will just destroy ChatGPT. We shouldn't eat computers. Check thyself. Amen. Yes. I am always checking myself. I'm always saying this. Your friend keeps sending you suggestions for your novel she gets from ChatGPT by trying to explain how offensive I find AI bots. That's like, I don't want to say the word consent violation because that sounds a lot more like serious, but it is. Like that's a violation of like trust. Like they shouldn't do that. Like I know, they shouldn't do that. When you say no about things, people should respect that you're saying no about things. Is my hot take here. Is that if it's your own physical thing or your own mental thing, if it's something that isn't about them changing something and you're not saying you can't go on ChatGPT. You're saying, please don't send me these things from ChatGPT. So they should stop. This is my thought there. Let me see. You need a break from the internet recently. So you set up your old Wii and you're playing Harvest Moon. It's amazing. No accounts to log into. Nothing to download, just play. No phones. Everyone just living in the moment in Harvest Moon. Let's see. Last you heard that Grok has been shitting on Musk. Grok's always shitting on Musk because like, unless you control every single thing you put into an AI, it's just going to say whatever the fuck it wants to say. And like a lot of people shit on Musk. Using it as therapy is really bad for people. One positive thing is that it's good at flagging self-harm. It gives terrible advice for it, but we could use it to filter text for patients. That's good. See, like filtering text, as long as it doesn't, 'cause the thing is that ChatGPT doesn't filter and send it to somebody. Not that it should. There's mixed feelings about privacy and about freedom of speech and about ChatGPT, but I do think that a bot that is telling people that they deserve blood shouldn't be allowed to say that, because a human's not allowed to say that. A human's not allowed to incite violence. That's not protected under our freedom of speech, and therefore, at the very least, it should not be protected under ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT should have less freedom of speech than a human, or the same level at the absolute very least. But yeah, like just like reading something and telling the provider, hey, this person's self-harming. That's like, and again, that's something that like, I don't think that these new models and that these new systems, not that they didn't like exist a little before, but like, I don't think that those are, I don't think that's anything really that's new. I don't think that's very new. What did Rahara say? I missed Rahara's post, and maybe I just missed it. We're like, yes, Rahara, but I can't find it. But I believe you, and I also, frickin' woo, raid, like right in the middle of us talking about this very serious thing. You wouldn't want to eat them, honestly, though. They might cause botulism. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I will. Hello, Gnome. Hello, welcome back. I loved the other day when you were trying to get us to 69 again, and like, you were getting us off of 69 in the fundraiser and getting us back on. Flagging, this might be self-harm for care providers. Exactly. That's totally fine. The provider would still be looking at it, deciding what to do. Precisely. That's fine. That is an absolutely fine use of AI. Same, even playing Minecraft and cooking every little recipe, making a zoo for all the little animals. You love my streams? Thank you. You always wanted to make a zoo in Minecraft, but moving mobs is a... I had to move these mobs. Oh my God. So y'all, speaking of like sentences that are hysterical that I'm hearing about games recently that like applied to real life would be like so dumb. And right after this, I will go hydrate. We play this game called Fallout Factions. And one of the factions that one of our friends plays is the Mothman, Cult of the Mothman. If you play Fallout 76, you might be aware of the Cult of the Mothman. Anyway, so he plays Cult of the Mothman, and he's always trying to summon the Mothman. And because of that, like, it's a game where you like play against each other, but also like there's a campaign and you like get money and get supplies and build your army and make them better. And my husband was like, He's always so poor because he's so focused on summoning the Mothman. No, he never has any money because he's always trying to summon the Mothman. That's what he says. And I'm like, God, if I had a nickel for every time I hear that. Like, Stephanie, you know, you keep complaining that you want to buy a house, but you just keep summoning the damn Mothman. Have you considered, like, not summoning the Mothman today? It could save you a lot of money. Maybe you wouldn't have to summon the Mothman if you had enough money to take care of yourself. YMCA Mothman. Is that like, are you referring to, there is this post on Tumblr and might have reached containment. It's like, Mothman, there's no need to feel down. I said Mothman. The one that I've seen is like, Mothman, pick that man up the ground. And it said, Mothman, swing your new friend around. And it's like a cartoon of him like picking up a dude and like swinging him. This is what Tumblr is like. And it's why I either is it art imitating life, life imitating art? Me and Tumblr are in this together. we are one. Long live Tumblr. The Mothman does come, and when he comes, he often like kicks ass. But when you're only focused on summoning the Mothman, like in Fallout Factions, not that you need the deep Fallout Factions like strat guide, but in Fallout Factions, winning the game is in many ways less important than like the friends you make along the way. I mean, the stuff that you find and like the other day, I played this guy, and he won, and I did not, but I got like 5 XP points and like so much shit to upgrade my crew, and he got like 2 XP points and like not a lot of shit to upgrade his crew, but then he got like 1 extra like roll for stuff, and like we're not counting wins, we're counting, thank you so much, Gnome. Thank you for your follow. We're count like, the wins don't win you the league because we're playing in a league. And so there will be like a winner of the league, basically. The wins don't necessarily win you the league. Like they will get you some stuff, but sometimes it's even better to throw the game if you can get more stuff. And I just happened to get more stuff for a few various reasons. So yeah, anyway, now you all know some of the long-term strategy of Fallout Factions. So when you go to your game store and join their League of Fallout Factions, you'll be on top of your game. I'm sure you all came here for my niche tabletop gaming advice. The reels in TT are just the start of the song, videos of Mothman respectively. I will have to watch this. I will have to watch these Mothman things. I'm gonna go get my water from downstairs. I will be right back. BRB. I'm back. I'm hydrated. I'm in my lane. I'm thriving. I actually drank like a big glass of water downstairs and then brought this up so I don't just like drink the whole thing right now. And I feel good about that. Anyway, so yeah. ChatGPT, be fucking careful. It sounds like everybody here is already being fucking careful, so kudos. Snaps. You're already being fucking careful, and I'm proud of you, and I love you. You've been very sick since we last spoke. How have you been sick? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. I am not sick, but I do have a problem. And that is that I fucking broke my damn nail yesterday. I was getting in my car. And also, I want to show you though, and maybe I'll take a little picture of this before I cut my nails off. This is Apocalypse Lacquer. Is that what it's called? Apocalypse Polish. This is Apocalypse Polish. Hold on, let me get the thing going again. Put it in front of my fan. This is Apocalypse Polish. How much could a banana cost? $10. And I am in love. I am in love with this. It is so good, right? Yes, gorgeous. You had a chest infection. No, I'm so sorry. That sounds painful. That sounds like so much coughing. And I hate that. I get sick that way. Whenever I get sick, I have the worst coughs. Where did I pick it up, Danny? You're gonna love the way this polish looks. I guarantee it. It is Apocalypse. I have not bought polish. Yes. It is on Apocalypse Polish. I bought three thermals. You think it was better on me than in the swatches? I think it was better in the swatches, personally. Maybe it's the camera. Yeah. I haven't bought, other than this Apocalypse Polish, I haven't bought polishes that were not either PPU or, obviously, I've canceled my subscription, but the Orly subscription for probably a year and a half, if not longer. Because, like, I've just realized I have so much nail polish, and there's only, like, so much nail polish I need, and, like, I'm not being paid to promote these polishes, so, like, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Anyway, so, like, I stopped buying polish, but I saw somebody. Let me find them so I can, like, give them a shout out. And if you're here or watching on the VOD, hello. I see you. Her name is Annie something. Let me look for Annie. Annika's Art Nook. I do believe it is. I do believe this is Annika's and Art Nook. And she has got such, like, beautiful. And you gotta see her picture. Hold on, we're gonna go through, let me screen share so you can see this lovely person, lovely lady. It's a she, her. But yeah, like, look at that beautiful, just beautiful hand-painted nail art. Like, oh, look at that. Which one's I can't even, like, go over it. Which one's the real one? I can't tell. I can tell, but it's very good. Look at that Lady Liberty crying blood. That's a mood. This one, never would have thought to paint matte flowers and bees over an iridescent like that. It's gorgeous. Yeah, Nikki just ordered some of the polishes that I ordered +1. And yeah, but, like, here it is. This just sold it. Just freaking sold it. I went directly from this picture directly to the website. I was so excited, so fucking excited to finally be excited about nail polish again. You had the purple jelly with copper red flakes. It sounds so good. And I am getting a lot more excited about nail polish and about nail art and about my nails in general, which makes me so happy because, like, I have not, ever since I took an arrow to the knee, for the longest time, I haven't been very excited about nail polish and stuff. And, like, it was really upsetting because I love this community, and obviously nothing happened to this community. This community is fine. But it was sad that I couldn't, like, share that as much with y'all. Yeah, I've been exactly same here, Our Lady. I've been in a real nail funk. So like the fact that I'm finally getting excited, I'm even excited about freaking Mooncat's new collection. Those magnetics remind me a lot of Cirque magnetics, and they have a multi-chrome flaky, and I love a full coverage multi-chrome flaky polish. So good. So like even like I was shooketh. I was shooketh that I was excited about Mooncat. So I'm gonna have to like take a big long thought, because I did just order a bunch of patches yesterday. So like I don't want to be spending too much money on nail stuff. But like at the same time, I'm just like I haven't been excited about nail polish in so long, and it's really nice to be excited about it. But yeah, this is some gorgeous nail art. This polish is everything. I just could not get enough of it. And yeah, so if you're around Annie's Art Nook, Annie, can you hear me? Annie, can you hear me? I love you. You're incredible. Look at the skull. Ah! Put a banana in your ear. Make a banana phone with your nails. I might have put a banana nail in my cat's ear last night. I was like going to sit down on the couch. I turned off the lights, except for like a few little lights. And I was going to sit down on the couch to write smutty fanfic. And I like reached down to move what I thought was like a blanket, and it was my cat. And it was my cat Neko Sensei, because he's black cat, and so he looks like a black blanket. And I like hit something hard with my thumb, and then he like got up and ran the fuck away. He didn't scream though. He didn't cry. He just ran the fuck away. And I was like, oh my God, did I just like gouge my cat's eye out with like my ridiculous fucking thumbnail? The cat gouging out eye situation is insane. This is my ridiculous thumbnail. And thank God, no. I found him. And Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? She probably does hate that, but she will. But you should come here, Annie, and tell us how much you hate it. All right? You should step on me. No, I don't need to make it sexual with someone I don't even know who's a real person. I apologize, but that just kind of, you know, just kind of what I do on stream. But I apologize still. We're all sorry. Point is, are you okay, Annie? And will you come say hi? Is the question. But look at the freaking. Oh, I'm looking at the skull. I'm not even showing you the skull. Point is I thought I gouged out his eye, and perhaps I poked his ear. Clearly I poked somewhere and he didn't like it. But thank God, I was really only worried about his eye. And he seems fine. I pet him a lot today, and there was no part of him that he was bad about. I think it's pronounced Monica, like Annika. Oh, Annika. Oh, yes. Hello, Melissa. Hello. Yes, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Annika. Yes, Annika's Art Nook, and it like sounds better with Art Nook as well. All right. So, point is, check out Annika's Art Nook. I'll share one more time for Melissa. Melissa, do you ever watch Monster Factory by the McElroy brothers on YouTube? Because they make this character named Melissa, and every time I see the name Melissa, I think of Melissa. Just so you know that. Anyway, yeah, I bought this polish, and then I also bought, there's a red to black thermal that's Barbie themed. I bought, do you guys ever think about dying? And I bought I'm Weird Barbie and So Are You. And then I bought the banana polish. And then I also bought, I bought 3 thermals in the summer. That's how excited I was. Where's also, I also got, oh, this is the Welcome to the Apocalypse series. I also got their black to clear because I was always dissatisfied with how, There's also a big bad banana thermal that's also kind of banana. It's also banana themed. I've always been dissatisfied with the black to clear thermal that I have because it doesn't get dark enough. But they sell a black to clear thermal that is like specifically darker. They sell a black to clear thermal that when you go to buy it, there's 4 different varieties of that black to clear thermal. And there's one that's like got, it's called, I think it's called like redacted. It's called like extra redacted. One of the best parts of banana polish of the, it's one banana. What could it cost? $10. And everything else is $13.50, but this one's 10. This one's $10. So yeah, anyway, great vibes. Please don't be terrible. I doubt they are, but, please don't make me regret showing off your website. This is a threat. But yeah, check them out because it's a yes for me, dog. It was a big yes for me. I can't remember the last time that I ran so fast to buy something, even off PPU. Even off PPU. You quote the banana quote all the time. Inflation is creeping closer and closer to reality. It's so true. You just added, do you ever think about dying to your cart? Yeah, I might use that today. I might use that today. Sad that my nails are going to be so short. But that's okay. We can enjoy thermals with short nails. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, they will change colors. They won't like make that perfect gradient, but they'll change colors. So yeah, this is how much could one banana cost? $10. And here's my broken nail. And it's doing fine. I'm not looking forward to removing the nail polish. But so let's just rip that Band-Aid off right now. What I'm gonna do, oh shit, I forgot my one thing downstairs. So we're gonna have to use this. Where is there's my acetone, one sec. I think I'll be able to figure out a way to remove this polish, mostly pain-free. By the way, they committed to the bit, you respect them for that. Exactly. Oh my God, y'all, there's this movie that I do not recommend. So if you go and watch it and you're like, Stephanie, this was fucked up. I experienced it. Isn't my fault. Okay. It just existed independently of me. It is trans affirming though. I will say about this movie, it's trans affirming. But anyway, point is, there's this movie that Danny Elfman directed called The Forbidden Zone. And in it, there's this like dominatrix lady in hell or something. And at one point, this guy goes, "She hurts me, but I respect her for it." And that's like probably the best line in the movie. And my friend who showed it to me, he says it sometimes. And it always makes me laugh. She hurts me, but I respect her for it. You got a question about thermals. You realize on the other side of the nail art compared to this community, but how would thermals behave on a press-on? The exact same way. I don't know exactly. The best thing to do would be to buy a thermal and try it out. Does anybody know? I mean, well, one thing, I might not be the best person to ask. So community, as you said, has anybody tried it? It would just probably be a little less reactive to your skin. So it would probably take a little more to get it to the warm state because it's further away from your skin. Also, a thing to consider. Does anybody know how long do thermals last in a painted state? When you paint them and put a top coat on them, do they die? Because like that's a big thing about thermals that I would worry about with press-ons. Is the same thing I'd worry about a bottle of thermal nail polish, is that they do die. They will eventually stop shifting. Does that happen if you put a layer of top coat? And is it better if you buy a thermal gel? So that is my question. We're fine on press-ons. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you, painting. Painting polish, A+, always. Always an A+. Every damn time. They keep changing until you take it off. Okay. But like, for years though, like, if I make a set of thermal press-ons today, in 10 years, those press-ons still changing? You know? Because when you sell somebody an item, you want it you want to know how long it's gonna last. And maybe you can say like it's thermal, so it's not gonna last forever. But yeah, and gel might preserve the shifting better than non-gel. I forgot to take a picture of this. Well, so it goes. So it goes. The good news is, though, the great news, the best news, is I took that off pain-free. This break, even though it's pretty low, completely pain-free. We love to experience it. Back later, gonna cook some food. What is food, you might ask? It's food, but spelled wrong. Yeah. Yep. You don't know because thermals die. You would think it would still die over time. I would also think it would still die over time. Good to know, though. Good to know that they do work. Oh, my tummy suddenly is not feeling great. And I think it's just because I am drinking water. But if I need another break, I'm going to take another break. What can I say? This might just be a day that I go and take a bunch of breaks. I might just go to the bathroom like a boss, you know? Start late, go to the bathroom. By the way, are you talking about COD, but you added a second O? You know that Danny is always playing that fucking Call of Duty. And you're like, you need to clean your room, young man. And she's like, you can't tell me what to do, Mom. And I'm like, I guess you're right, because this young man is like a 33-year-old woman. They seem to stop changing color, only stop changing when they're in liquid form. Interesting. The bathroom is the place to be. Oh. Well, I'm talking about Call of Duty. We're not the same. Have you ever considered talking about Call of Duty instead? Yours are changing on the swap stitch. Yours are changing on the swatch stitch. You've had one for over a year or so. Excellent. My brain, it is dead. It is a dead brain. I am gonna go use the restroom. So sorry that I just keep starting and stopping, but thank you. Thank you for being patient with me. All right, I'm back. And does looking at the arcade clock make time slow down? You could use that. You could just like, you know, you're like, oh my god, I have no time today. Stare at an arcade clock. That's just, you know, that's just, you know. You know. Y'all know. You'll know what I'm laying down. Oh my goodness. I feel like I was gonna tell y'all something. And then I got high. No, I did not. I just went to the bathroom. Oh, I want to take off this polish too. Before I move on to the tea bagging, I'm using Trader Joe's English breakfast tea, which I brought to a tea party once. And we started drinking it without any sugar or whatchamacallit, or cream. And oh my god, it sucked so bad. And then we added cream and sugar and we were like, ah, this doesn't suck so bad anymore. Teabag time. You know, it's always teabag time. It's always teabag o'clock around here. But sometimes it's more teabag o'clock than others. By the way, this is Sizzlin' Shades 13th Hour from their like old collection. I don't really know anything about Sizzlin' Shades. But I did buy their Labyrinth collection like 2 years ago. I don't know. Anyway, point is, I just wanted to let you know what it was. I guess I don't need to. I don't need to tell you. You don't need to know what I'm wearing. As Danny and I have said, like, you don't need to know. You just don't need to know. And we have bingo. We have bingo on Sunday, and we have Romeo plus Juliet in the Discord tonight. Which, let me redeem the Discord. I'm gonna redeem you. Oh, I need to like actually click. I need to actually click. The Discord will be redeemed. So yeah, let me redeem the Discord. The point is that we're gonna watch that tonight. And I heard from Selena that last time she watched it, she was surprised as to how kind of like it was. Do we know about what type of tea? We do need to know about what type of tea the tea bag's from. Yeah, exactly. It's English breakfast tea and it sucks without cream and sugar. It is drinkable with cream and sugar. I don't know if that's because this English breakfast tea sucks or if it's because it is intended to be drank with cream and sugar. You schniz, you love Buzz Lerman. You should come. You should come, Lauren. In the rules section of the Discord, there is a how to watch a movie with us video that will tell you exactly how to watch a movie with us. So if you've never been before, don't you fucking worry or I'll cut you. Don't you worry. There is instructions, and if you can't find it, just go to the Discord and be like, where? You know, like if you don't know what's going on or whatever, just like be a fucking squeaky wheel. Someone will find you. And then it'll be like, oh, my poor little baby. And we'll hold you and we'll all cry like Midsummer. That's what you want, right? I'm a beverage influencer. Yeah, I've left nail influencing and I've gone to beverages. This is tropical Skittles tropical punch or whatever. Water packets, flavored water packet. It is not full of sugar. It is full of artificial sweetener. You got me there. But it is not full of sugar, no matter what random YouTubers say. There is no sugar in this. I should have trimmed my nails before I took off the nail polish, but I didn't do that. So how about that? How about that? I always said I would keep all my Holo Taco tools like organized and together, and I would protect the sanctity of my Holo Taco tools. And guess who has finally broken the sanctity of her Holo Taco tools? This bitch. I don't really want to use, I do want to use a trimmer. I know that some people are like, do not use a trimmer to trim your long ass nails. To which I say, like, okay, enjoy, like, the most boring and tedious however long of your life while you, like, slowly fucking file down your nails. Couldn't be me. I'm looking this for like, this is kind of like this isn't the best clipper. And I don't really want to do it with this clipper. I wonder how the Holo Taco little clipper is. I've never tried the Holo Taco little clipper. So definitely feels better than that one. So let's go. Thank you. I actually have been loving, like, I know for the longest time, I was, like, not a blue lover. But I've been loving a flash of blue recently. I don't think, like, a whole blue outfit is where I'm at. But, like, I have been digging blues recently. And don't use the cat's tools. I did just trim Neko Sensei's claws today. Yeah, I'm not fucking Linry, okay? I'm not, like, a nail masochist, like Linry. I'm a regular masochist, like a normal person. I just do crazy shit to the rest of me. Not my precious nails. Making sure to trim these a little up so that they don't, cut into the sides of my nails and, like, get infected. That's happened to me before. Because, like, when you have these long-ass nails, if you're cutting your nails really short all the time, you kind of grow calluses right here and here. But if you grow long nails, those calluses go away. And so I've had times where, like, my nails, like, bitten into the side of my finger, and I got it infected. And it wasn't a big deal. I just had to go get antibiotics, but, like, you know, it's always good to avoid antibiotics when you can. Definitely wish I had the bigger one, but God, it's so crazy whenever I see, like, my long ass, like, nail trimming. But the good news is that this is a really good break here. Like, this is like a nice, like, this is gonna be really easy to patch and grow out. So I'm not gonna look like I have, like, one crazy shorter nail than the rest of them. And, like, honestly, when it comes to breaking your nail, no pain and able to easily hide are, like, what more can you ask? Honestly? I summon, you am him! Yeah, I assumed Linry was here. I always assume Linry is watching and waiting and commiserating. I'm always saying this. Oh my goodness. I have been so busy with activism recently, and it's been really nice. Like, it's like, it is really, I'm, like, beginning to understand my strengths, my weaknesses, my limits. It's been really good, though, because I've been, like, dealing with a lot of self-confidence issues about me, like, basically in a work setting. But it applies to lots of settings. In my past, I've, like, been really unable to, like, ask qualifying questions for fear of, I don't know. But, like, I'm in this group, and, like, I finally have the courage to be like, I don't understand what's going on, and I want to understand what's going on. And I need to get this job done. And it's okay if I look like I didn't know. Because I didn't know. And, you know, it helps that I'm not getting paid. That they're not like, you should know this, we pay you. But it's been so amazing. It's been so amazing for me to, like, just, like, not only feel confident in being able to ask a question, but, like, get the feedback that, like, it's good that I asked. And I'm not wrong for not knowing. I'm not bad for not knowing. I am more competent because I am not afraid to ask and to set up a situation where I do it right the first time. And then if I make a mistake, I could do it right the next time and not, like, sit there and go like, oh my God, I made the mistake. What do I do? Like, how do I say I'm sorry? It's like, you know, you don't need to apologize if you didn't like wrong someone. You just need to like work on it and do it better next time. So it's been real therapeutic. Hi, Linry. Hi, hi. How is it going, Linry? We need a group stream again sometime. I know we're always saying that. One of these Satyr days. Next Saturday is the National Day of Action for 5051 that they called Rage Against the Regime. And we are having in Irvine, we're having a punk themed event at City Hall. So I work with 5051 OC, and 5051 OC runs their event in Irvine. We did summon Linry. We did. They run their events in Irvine, and Irvine is, I moved around a lot as a kid, but like, we spent the vast majority of my childhood living in Irvine, and that's also where like we landed. So I went to like 5th grade, 6th grade, middle school, high school, and then my mom still lives there. So like Irvine, you know, like Anaheim's like my hometown now, but Irvine is like, you know, my place of origin basically. So it's like really beautiful to be able to go to Irvine, especially because Irvine's a city that people often consider to be super conservative, and they often consider to be like a bubble, like it's like so suburban, and it is. It's not as conservative as people like to make it out to be, but like it is kind of a bubble. And also, I don't see that as a total bad thing. I really don't. And like, I feel like we were really taught great values at my school. Great values at my school. Values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Values of like civic values, things like that. I feel like living in Irvine and going to that school helped train me to be the person I am today. And I think every single person deserves the opportunities that I had. I actually like, I have a speech that I've like kind of like had cooking. If I ever get a chance to like do it, and I'm sure I will because I've been emceeing these rallies. But like, my mom moved to Irvine as opposed to other areas of Orange County or California or the States because it had such good schools and it was so safe and had such good opportunities for her children. And there were a lot of people who lived in like smaller apartments that were there with a bigger family because they wanted their children to have those opportunities. And like, how American is that? You know, like, I think that everybody deserves what I had as a child, whether they were born in America or whether they were born in California or not. So for me, it's very symbolic that these happened in Irvine because I honestly love Irvine. And it's really beautiful to be back there, you know, doing something that high school me and middle school me and elementary school me, doing stuff that the me that lived there so long ago would be extremely proud of. You've been learning the whole time these moon cats can go fuck themselves. Too many magnetics. Yes. Yes, we do need to. We'll make that happen. We're all just so, well, Linry's usually on the ball. Danny and I are just like, what the fuck what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more, you know? That's Danny and I. We're having a night at the Roxbury of the Soul. Okay. Please don't go into my nail. I actually don't think I have any wound here. So that's amazing. I don't think I think it's only, I don't think it's gone into my nail bed, so I don't think it's going to actually hurt me. Which is amazing. Also, shout out to this Kiss nail glue for still being wet after all these years. And to me for presumably like treating it good. Big shout out to me. You know what I think doesn't get enough praise in this stream? It's me. That's a damn lie. So anyway, I'm putting on a little bit of nail glue. I'm gonna grab my orange stick. Taking my orange stick, I'm gonna press it down. This is my tea bag. Cut into a little bite-sized morsel. We're gonna press it down. You can move it from the edge of my nail. It's not gonna do any good there. You don't need it on the edge of your nail unless that's where the break is. The break is not there. I say this every single week, but I need to clean my damn desk. Every single week I get up here and I go, Stephanie, you need to clean your damn desk. Do I clean my damn desk? No. And then I go downstairs and I forget. I have been like actually doing work at this desk though. I've been doing my activism work at this desk. That was premature because I didn't realize this stuff was still drying. I'm gonna press it down with my finger. Even though I don't really want glue on my finger, I think that this is the way. This is the sexy way. Shabba-da-doo. Y'all need to watch Yurikuma Arashi. There is this bear in it, / this guy with bear ears. And his name is Life Sexy. And he always say, this is the sexy way, shabba-da-doo. And I don't really understand it, but it's fun. You blame Blueberry the mascot. The cat loves magnetics and money. It's true. Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me. No more. There's relatively cheap nail glue from Sally Beauty called Tropical Shine. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try that. Like, Kiss Glue, I don't break my nail and glue it very often, so, like, I don't know too much about it. I think it'll be good enough. I should have probably, though, cut myself a new little square or whatever. I could have, like, cut myself many little squares and just been ready. But, like, nowadays, being ready just isn't what I'm all about. I'm all about... Is this the correct way to put this? I don't know. I know you're supposed to, like, do the you're supposed to, like, crisscross the tea bag. But, I didn't do that, is the thing. I don't think I did that. Hopefully this will just be fine. No. I needed to let that dry a little more before I went there. I don't think I need that much tea bag. I think that honestly think this 2 tea bags and just like painting my nails is gonna be fine for this. I just gotta be a little careful. So let's just let it dry. We'll put some more nail glue over it and then we'll buff it. Getting my spit on this. When in doubt, just spit. If you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what she said. She did say it. It was me. I'm she. I said it. It's fine. You can everybody can say it. If you missed your chance to say that's what she said, go ahead and say it now. Say it now, forever hold your pee. The cat nail cover cat glue works decent. But you just borrow the glue, but the clippers. What? You what? What? By the way, did anybody watch the South Park special the other day? I actually didn't. I only watched a bit of it. Only watched a bit of the South Park special. The part with the little peen. I've gone on record to say I don't like body shaming, but I'm not about to sit here and be too critical of somebody just going and just like dedicating a half an hour to ripping that man to shreds. And you know, Trey and Matt, the South Park guys, whom I know on a first name basis, apparently, they, I don't always love the shit that they do, but I often feel like they come from a good place. And, you know, one thing that we say in, our circles, and that I learned in a, actually, I had a better clipper. It was just like over there. That I learned it in ACLU training is like, they are on team democracy. And right now, as we are falling into fascism, as we are falling into authoritarianism, I'm not saying that you got to get along with every single person in your day-to-day life and invite them over for dinner and like hang out and watch a movie together. But if somebody wants free and fair elections, are realistic about what that means, if somebody wants the will of the people to be heard and carried out, regardless of what their own personal thing they would vote for would be, to a point. I mean, it's really about the free and fair elections and true democracy and things like that. They're on team democracy, and therefore we should be trying to find common ground and fight fascism together. So good for them. Good for you boys. And yeah, they're like, when, you know, freaking Elon Musk is like, I'm a freedom of speech absolutist. Like, fuck you, man. A, and B, like, you could never stand where they stood, you know? It's the only thing we care about, yeah. But cha. Alright. Let me see if I can do a little bit of filing of this nail. I'm gonna go in the direction of the break, even though I really want to go in the opposite direction of the break, but let's be gentle. Let's be gentle with her. She's been through a lot. Do I know Hitler or Stalin got trolled the way Orange Futwick does? Almost certainly not, Jadoob. I mean, like, here's the thing. I know people did troll them. I know they did. But I don't think either of those societies had the same level of freedom of speech that we do. And, you know, we still mostly do keep fighting because, you know, we cannot take anything for granted anymore. But there's no way, given the limitations of communication at the time, that any of those guys got the amount of shit that Trump gets. No, I think like, I'm hopeful. Because I see so many people, when I'm out, there's so many people who are working together in my area, and I'm beginning to realize how incredibly, yeah, at least we don't have permanent documentation of the trolling. Absolutely. Exactly. Once we have free and fair elections back, then we can get back to, and like the thing is that there's so many things that need to happen. So like we talk about this a lot, and I want to advocate here because it's the only place I have to advocate. Let's please not make Gavin Newsom the next president. At least y'all here, please do not vote for him in the Democratic primaries unless everybody else is like a literal fascist. Because like, Gavin Newsom is bad. Gavin Newsom does not follow his own rules. He put in the COVID rules, you know, all the rules where, you know, you had to wear masks and couldn't go and have dinner with your friends and couldn't get together with your family, which I believed in those rules. I believed in them and still do. I am glad he did that. And he did not follow them. He got caught like eating with his like friends at a restaurant, like a birthday party or shit. He also made being homeless basically illegal in California. So, unless you want to trade the people in them camps with, you know, people experiencing homelessness. I want nobody in those camps. I want nobody in those camps. Gavin Newsom is not freedom. He hates Trump, and I'm so grateful. He's the hero that we need right now, but he is not the hero we deserve, and he is not the president that's going to get us out of this late stage capitalism fascist bullshit. Like, he's not going to save us. We need somebody very different. So I beg of all of you, if you hear somebody going on about how great Gavin Newsom is and he should be president, especially if they're not from California, please tell them that there's a lot of issues with Gavin Newsom and that we need somebody who is ready to actually bring this country into the real world. Shift the center left like every other, like, what's the word? Established? I don't know. Like, all of Europe, Canada, Britain, things like that. Like, we don't need another holdover president. We don't need that again. You know, we don't need another fucking Biden. And, like, I'm worried he'll be worse than Biden, honestly. I do. I worry that. And, like, honestly, like, if I thought he would do everything that we needed him to do and he was just, like, a terrible person, I'd probably still be like, okay. But, like, I just don't think he's going to. I think he's going to do some things that we want, but mostly stick to the line and mostly just, like, also do harmful things that aren't even happening yet. That's my thought. Thank you. That's my statement. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Just playing conversations, yeah, but not in mass. Not in mass. You want Crockett? I don't know Crockett, but I'm willing to learn. Rule for 3. I don't know what that means. We need Stacey Abrams, but more pro-Palestine one. Whoever the Dems pick, they need to be better and overwhelmingly powerful. Yeah. Yeah. We in Seattle do not love Gavin Newsom for his treatment of the unhomed. Good. Good. That needs to spread. That needs to spread because I have heard people say, like, aren't you, like, somebody was at our rally from, like, Georgia, and they were like, oh, but you have Gavin Newsom. And I'm like, look, I am so grateful. Gavin Newsom, not to bring up Harry Potter, but Gavin Newsom's a fucking Malfoy. He's like, my father will hear about this. And he's doing that to Trump, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, he is helping right now. And he will not... Gavin Newsom's a Band-Aid. He's not gonna fix our, like, colon cancer or whatever we have, you know? He's not gonna fix the systemic issues. He's a balm for the disease, not a cure for the disease. And we need to cure it. We need to cure ourselves. Rules for thee, not rules for me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I do have a very real fear that this country will never elect a black woman for the executive office in your lifetime. That is a real fear. Or a Hispanic woman, or, you know, or a fucking woman, or a woman at all. But, yeah, we are so far behind where we need to be for equality and equity in this country. Honestly, California has a really big taxation without representation problem. We support the rest of the country off of our tax dollars, and yet we have the Senate, which we are like, I don't know the numbers, but we are so fucking huge, especially me. But our population number is so fucking huge. And yet we only have 2 votes on the Senate. We have an outsized, not as outsized, but like we aren't equally represented in Congress, in the House of Representatives. And then the freaking, like, Electoral College, not that it would have mattered this time, and I do believe it was a fair and free election, but, like, he wouldn't have been, if we had had the actual size of our population, I think it's like 1 in 35 Americans are Californians, he wouldn't have been elected for the first term. So, like, and yet we are supporting the rest of the country. We have like a huge, like, what is it, like the world's third biggest or something? Let me know. Give me numbers, because I don't want to give misinformation, but I'm gonna end up doing it. Don't believe me. I'm just some like random. I'm just some Hasidic hillbilly with a snoot full of honeybees. Sorry, it's a thing that Dr. Phil said one time, and it still makes me laugh. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" I'm just some guy, but yeah, our money is going towards all these other states, which I'm fine with. I want to help states that don't make enough money to support their people's needs. And Californians want that. We're trying to do that. And yet we can't vote to do that. But our money is just going to the military, to concentration camps. You know, it's not okay. It's not fair. It's not right. It needs to stop. This is the reason the first freaking Revolutionary War happened. I am also assuming we'll have fair elections for your lifetime, in your lifetime. Some areas, though, are so freaking jerry-rigged that, like, is that what it is? That's what it's called? That, like, they haven't had fair elections in a long time. A long time. Or ever. And I worry about those states. I want to help them. I just, you know, what we need to have is people that just want the people's voices to be heard. And if those people want to be assholes in their state, well, so be it. That's just how it has to be for democracy. What is it that, what's his name said? The guy who was the British guy in World War II, Winston Churchill. Democracy is the worst system of government, except for all the other systems of government. You know what I mean? Lisa, my last vote was your last vote. You went out voting for someone you liked. Yep. That's on liberals because we watched what he did the first term, did nothing but put checks on his power grab in the first place. Yeah, exactly. Don't ask ChatGPT about any of this. Don't ever put anything into ChatGPT ever again, is my thought. You do what you want. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life, but that's my motto. You don't know good, sure, but Newsom says I don't know for sure. He says fourth largest economy. He is probably correct in that. Gerrymandered. Thank you. Very gerrymandered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are my CNN or my like whatever. You're my like my scrolling thing that's just doing like the fact checking. But I welcome you because I'm just kind of like I'm just some guy. I'm just very passionate, but I don't usually write the speeches that like we say in our things. I get too overwhelmed with facts. Yeah, no shit, your entire state. Like, for example, he wasn't in MTG, Magic the Gathering's district. I hate that her name is Magic the Gathering. I always think we're talking about something fun and good, and then we're talking about Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene. Until just before 2024 presidential. We're the news, Chiron, baby. I don't get it. This is still not dry, so I think it is time for me to replace this glue. But also, this isn't too bad. I'm just gonna move on with my mani. Honestly, I'm not even gonna file it down. It's actually really smooth. I'm just gonna move on with my mani. It's smooth in both directions like a shark. Which are smooth in both directions, so you know. Anyway. Did I tell y'all about my Labubu? I did stream last week, and I know I had the Labubu then. What's the scrolling news ticker at the bottom of CNN? I just want to say Chiron. I don't know. Somebody who knows what they're talking about, let us know. Yeah, you're the news Chiron, baby. Exactly. If that's what it's called now. By the way, I never thought this would happen, but I was talking to one of my friends about the two people who both smooth like a shark ass man. Oh my god, every girl is crazy about a shark ass man. We are. I was talking about the two Susans who matched the donations for Trans Lifeline. Our two Susans. And about the other Susan, Earth Girl Uneasy, who's totally Susan. And then my husband was like, is that your fan base's name, like Greg? And I'm like, I guess it is. I guess you're all just Susans now. It's been like 3-4 years. Finally, we got a name. It had to happen organically. Chiron! Yeah, Chiron! I love it when we work together to find out basic information. But that's what it is. We are collectively Susan. And personally, I think that's beautiful. Yeah, I think I'll use... Are you ever worried about dying? From the Barbie collection, Susan. Like, what the fuck up, all you Susans? I love it. I love a Susan. Eddie Izzard is my favorite Susan, because Eddie Izzard, like her lady name that she likes to go by unprofessionally is Susan. But Eddie's a really cute girl's name too, so you know, so. But it's not up to me. It's not up to me what Susan Izzard wants to be called. Yes. Here is. Do you guys ever think about dying? And it is still cold. This one, I definitely think it's gonna look better in person because it looks kind of brown in the picture, but like in its cold state, it looks really blue right now. Yes, you went to that 90s exhibit at the Colorado History Center and they advertised it with a big Furby mural. There was only one Furby there, but the Blockbuster display was amazing. I saw your pictures. I was so jealous. I wanted to go to there. Again, although I understand the nostalgia of a Blockbuster. I have it too. I feel like Susan is a good cat name. I also think it's a good cat name. Although I am there with you, I still love my Hollywood Video more. My Hollywood Video is really the real one. I'm gonna like just warm this up a bit in my hand. I should have taken it out like as soon as I realized I was gonna use it. But I didn't do that. The people can assume you're talking about a roommate or relative. I do love it when like cats have like human names. Do I ever give my cats human names? Not really. You hated Blockbuster when you were younger because we were Premiere Video, which I think was just local people. That's cool. In Portland, when I went there, when I was like, I was in college. I went there for like the summer. They had a place called, was it like Monster Video? I don't know. But like, it was after most of the Blockbusters were gone. And it was like an independent movie place. And it was really cool. And it had like rare shit and like weird shit. It had those, it was the first place I ever saw those Faces of Death videos. Have you guys ever heard? Trigger warning, Faces of Death is like, I've never watched it. But it's this video where they show like real videos of people dying, and a lot of them are faked. A lot of the most sensationalized ones are fake. Thank God. You ever hear that something's a fraud and you're like, good. I'm so glad that was a fraud. They didn't kill anybody for these videos. The ones that weren't fake were like police or like street videos and things like, you know, videos they got from people where they like witnessed a crime or witnessed like police shooting somebody, which is awful and terrible. But at least they didn't like, you know, kill somebody for the video. Last real Blockbuster is not far from Portland. That does not surprise me. You had a Hollywood Video near you growing up. It had a better selection. We had Scarecrow Video here that did classic black and white horror like that. Amazing. But yeah, like, I was so impressed when I went there. We rented so much. It's actually, how I watched Lost. How I started watching Lost was, we rented it from that video place. But yeah, I lived in Irvine, and the one thing that sucked about Irvine, and still does, is that, like, it's owned by this company called the Irvine Company. And Irvine Company just, like, owns almost all the land in Irvine. Like, pretty much all of the commercial land is owned by the Irvine Company. And they, like, don't want little cute independent places. They don't want anything. They just want every single thing to be rented out by, like, a chain, by, like, a corporate entity. And it really fucking sucks. It really sucks. They are so hard to work with. They're so expensive, and it sucks that it's, like, a city that's, like, supposed to be, like, for families, and yet, like, they don't even, like, you know, tutoring centers and stuff. Like, it's not a good place to set up, like, a karate studio. And you would think that it would be a good place to, like, set up a Colorado, why did I say Colorado? A karate studio. Oh, wait, you watched Faces of Death a long time ago? I'm so curious if that's what you were saying. I'm so curious what you thought about it. Yeah, they're so much better, more interesting. Yeah, no, Irvine is just like, it's like, hello, welcome to the cookie cutter. Which is one of the reasons people don't like Irvine, and I understand that completely. I would not, given my choice, I would not live there versus, like, where I live now. At the same time, it was a really safe and accepting place to grow up, so, like, I do have a great love for Irvine. I think that everybody should have the benefits of Irvine, which is good schools, safety, beautiful streets, clean environment, parks, things like that. And I think that there should be more walkability, more independent stores and stuff. Hello, my dear. No, I'm good, but oh, actually, maybe. Yeah, I guess I will, because I'm probably gonna regret it if I don't. Yeah. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
We ran out of energy drinks, so we're like, we're just going through our stash of G Fuel. And this is the one I always drink. I guess I always just drink peach energy drinks. You weren't impressed, you didn't watch the sequels? That's kind of what I thought. I'm like, this video doesn't seem interesting, and if it was interesting, it would be too extreme, so therefore, like, why watch it? You know, like, I'm like, I don't think I want to watch something more interesting. Like, I'm not gonna say that I don't have, like, a morbid curiosity. That would be a lie. This is so cute. Can we just stop for a second to, like, just appreciate what a cute frosted pink this is? Like, I'm not sure I've ever worn a nail polish like this. Not saying that they don't exist, just saying, like, I would never really pick it for myself. Even though I think they were probably popular when I was younger. And it's matte, and it looks just absolutely fucking lovely matte. Look at that. Natty! This, actually this pink, matte pink warm state you assume is super cute, isn't it? I was gonna put a topper over it, but, like, honestly, look how cute. I'm so happy you're here, Natty. I sent you a whisper. Used to travel for business to Irvine, but always head to your grandparents' house in Laguna Niguel. That is where, my grandma still lives, I believe. Yeah. Very 60s. Yeah, it's like, it's so cute. It's tempting me. It's tempting me. It's tempting me to just leave it as is. But I also wanted to write fuck on it. Maybe I'll put the topper on the other hand, and I'll maybe do some cursive fucking. So I want to do that now, of course. Y'all want to do some cursive fucking? Do you want to fucking cursive with me? It's gonna be, hello! Oh my god! Hello, everybody, it's Plus Life Lager! How are you doing? Everybody is fucking loving your Minecraft collection. We are fucking loving it. Danny was talking about it on the podcast. Oh my god, how are you doing? Happy belated Pride. I might be too late. I have just been so fucking blah. But are you aware? Are you going to the frickin' Fallout Fan Festival right outside of Las Vegas in November? Because I am. And I feel like we should see each other on that trip, and that you should come. That you should come. I believe that you should come to that thing. Sorry, I shouldn't mean to say come so many times. I didn't mean to say it so many times, but oh my god. Yeah, I'm so sorry it took me so long to tell you, but I was thinking, I kept being like, you know how it is. Log into freaking like Instagram or go over to like the thing that I'm looking at my tickets, and I'm like, oh, I should really like message her and be like, hey, like go to this thing that I'm going to. And then I just freaking don't. And then I'm like, fuck, I need to do that. And then it gets closer, and then I get like more worried that I'm not doing it in time, and then I just put it off. I just like put it fucking off. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 hot second. But yeah, it's all good. You've been living as a fungus. Look, we love fungus. Fungus glows and it's beautiful and we all love it. But yeah, I am going and I am dressing up as my favorite Fallout OC, who is my Fallout 4 original character, or one of my survivors, soul survivors, Cherry Bomb, who I also played in a campaign in the Fallout Wasteland Warfare campaign. And I'm really excited because I'm gonna have a helmet with like I'm gonna have like 2 twin buns and an army helmet, and the buns are gonna go through the army helmet. Fungus is your namesake? What and how? What and how? But yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta come see Husbando and I. We were hoping to run some tabletop games there, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. Wait, it's not your namesake. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I made a picture at the very least, but I have to talk to the household and see if we can make something work. I hope you can. It should be only a little day trip. But yeah, I completely understand. Hopefully we can at least maybe just like go out there and say hi to you. I need to figure out our schedule. Because I don't know what I planned this before I got really active in like activism. So I don't know what I'm gonna be like having to go back to, if I'll have any days around it. But yeah, like, how are you? So good to have you. You're one of the only brands that we trust to recommend around here, because everybody else is sus as fuck. So I'm like, I don't know you, I don't trust you, but I do trust you, and so I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, those fucking bar glitters. There's a freaking person on my phone. Calling from Buffalo, New York. They want to offer me a loan. I'm almost certain. The name sus as fuck lacquer slaps. It does. I would not be too sus as fuck lacquer. I really love how the tips look as they're drying. Wait, what? Fungus name contains fun. Sorry. I was like, are you named after a fungus? Is your name like Chantrell? I think there is a person in Buffy named Chantrell. I actually think that she's a person they meet a few times, and she's with like a few different like groups, and she always has like a different name that she's made up. And one time she's like, my name is Chantrell, and they're like the mushroom? And I'm like, not gonna lie, it's a cute name. You try not to buy thermals, but you love watching them in action. It's magic. I'm over my not buying thermals phase, honestly. Like, of course I try to be careful about thermals, and like, I am more sus of a thermal than I am of buying another polish. But if I see a thermal and I'm like, then I just buy it now. Because, you know, you can't take it with you. I left my good brush downstairs. Left my good brush downstairs. I was using it because I was gluing a really fun thing. Name your next foster litter after mushrooms! You gotta show me pictures. You gotta. Alright. We are going to find a stamping plate with cursive on it. That is our first thing. I don't know where it is. I don't know where to discover one. I actually have a suspicion. I think I do know where to discover one. We did like really clean our downstairs. Like we really cleaned our downstairs. I'm so proud of us. Like it looks cleaner than it's been in years. So I have faith that this room will get clean soon. I have faith. Trying to buy too many, yeah. Foster litter of what? For a minute I thought you were asking them like if they were gonna give birth to this litter. I don't know. My brain went somewhere weird. Oh, the one that I was thinking of is literally right on top. Literally right on top, but it actually doesn't have what I want. I want cursive writing. You don't have cursive writing, and therefore you are useless to me. Absolutely fucking useless. But maybe not totally useless. We might settle for this. We might settle. We'll see. We'll see if we settle. I'm trying to think, though, of what plates that I have that have, alphabets on them. I know I have, like, 2. Oh, I do have ones that have curse words, though, so let's see. This has cursive alphabets, but they're too small. Too small. This has fucks on it. That says fuck the system. That'll be good for our frickin' Rage Against the Regime rally. I've been doing a lot of cleaning too. Much less stressful environment right now. Good, good. But yeah, Summer, I would love to see you at the Fallout Festival. There's also going to be, it's in Good Springs. It's in Good Springs is where it is. And there's going to be so many voice actors there. Paladin Dance is going to be there, and I'm going to make him sign the Paladin Dance pinup that I have. The guy who voices Sheogorath in Oblivion will be there. He also voices things in Fallout, but I keep forgetting to check which ones they are because I have been playing so much Oblivion, and Sheogorath is like my fave. Well, okay, he's my second fave. My first fave is Vicente Valtieri, who is getting his own fanfic all to himself. My second is Sheogorath. He's not going to get his own fanfic, but I do love him. I do love him so very much. But yeah, we had a friend stay over. Friend stayed at the house, and we love this friend. And this friend has seen our house in every state of disarray. But I was like, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity to clean right now. Right now, we're gonna clean for our friend. Here is another like stuff, like words. If this like what the fuck was fuck, then it would be perfect, but it's not. Okay, I have a feeling that like, let's see. Let me look at my, I have a feeling what I'm looking for is in a Trapper Keeper. So let's get the Trapper Keepers out. But yeah, I'm so excited about my cosplay. One of my cosplay props is going to be a barbed wire Yowie paddle. Of course, I have to make it out of foam, or else it will be too dangerous. But that's fine. Yes, you do need to figure out costumes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry it took me so long to tell you about this. Thank you for coming today. It's always the easiest. It's always the easiest for me to just say it on stream. I never second guess myself on stream. I really should, but I never do. And that's what makes it fun. I'm kind of tempted to just use all of these. It's not even just curse words. It's all just really dirty. Never mind. I don't want to have like those words. Those words used in those ways. All over my nails. That's what I don't need. I could do it in Comic Sans. I have a Comic Sans plate, which makes me happy every time I look at it. Yes, summer is here. This is Moira. Stamping plate 46 Scrabble. This is Wendy, Moira, Angela, Darling. That's what I think every single damn time I see a Moira plate. I just think of Wendy, Moira, Angela, Darling. One sec. Big ol' one. You saw the email and went, oh damn, you just stopped by. Oh good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. Oh. All right. I know in this collection I have a few alphabets. I know one of them is like digital, is like pixelated. Is one cursive? I bet you I have one in CADS. I do not have a cursive alphabet. I am so sad. But we don't need to stamp. We don't need no stinking stamps. If I want cursive, I can write cursive. I'm just kind of worried. I guess I need kind of like a dabbing dish today. Because like this has a little bit of polish, like a little bit of like my like nail polish remover in it. So I don't necessarily want to like dip my brush into it. Yes, Jeremy is here. Jeremy has the title now of my favorite nipple biting raccoon. No, I will not elaborate. He's my favorite little nipple biter. You always get Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. Yeah. I need to finish Schitt's Creek or watch more than just a few episodes. I think that the reason I haven't finished Schitt's Creek is, like, honestly, mostly the ADHD. It's just that, like, I always want to give things, like, my whole attention, and then I just know I can't, so then I just don't watch them. And that's a whole lot of thing I want to give my full attention to. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's get this. Nipple! 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 Like the peak of a titty. My favorite nipple-biting raccoon. Just for worry's sake, I'm gonna look up cursive alphabet. Alright, how do I want to do the F? I guess I'm gonna do all capitals. So let's see. Yeah, I have a hard time. It just doesn't work for me. I used to be pretty good at it, but also Hubs and I don't really watch a lot of TV series together. Usually when we do, it's an anime series. So I just don't get the chance to a lot. Biting nickels is not healthy, so you're glad it's not nickels, yeah. No, it's nipple. Don't you worry about it, it's nipple. All right, now we need the U. Glad I looked up reference. Because I feel like I would have had a difficult time like getting these exactly right. And you know, with cursive, there isn't really an exactly right way to get it. But we can try. Nipple biting raccoon. He brought this upon himself in more ways than one. In more ways than one, he brought this upon himself. He started this. All right. I think I'm gonna do kind of like a more extreme. C. C is not exactly how I wanted it, but you know, it's fine. And also, it's okay to kind of like make some of the lines a little thicker. Some of the areas, rather. On the lines a little thicker. There we go. That's a lot of nipples. If I had a nipple for every time I heard that, you would just be covered in nipples. You were watering the oven. I I completely didn't even notice that you said you were watering the oven like some sort of like crazy person. You'd have a raccoon problem, you reckon? Yeah, yeah. You know, the more nipples, the some people say the more the merrier. I say the more nipples, the more raccoons. And then people say, why would you say that? And then I skateboard off. You know what I mean? We've all been there, I'm sure. Okay, and then let's get to the K on my pinky. This one's gonna be the hardest, actually. This one is going to be the most difficult. Because one thing, it's not gonna be the same size as all the other ones. You heard that here first. And secondly, my pinky is really annoying. To deal with in general. Let me... Should have put a little bit of top coat over this so I could like fix mistakes. But you know what? That's fine. Here we are. Fuck. We got my fuck nails. I'm loving these, and I'm going to put top coat over them. Well, first I'm going to put smudge free, and then I'm going to put top coat over them, and then I'm going to put matte top coat over them. Is what we're... No! I fucked up my thumb. Let's like actually remove that part, and then we're just gonna take the polish, and I'm just gonna get in there. There we go. There we go. Thanks. But yeah, we are watching Romeo plus Juliet tonight in the Discord. So if you want to join us in the Discord for Romeo plus Juliet. Like I said before, Selena was like, that hasn't aged well, and implied that it is problematic. And I bet you it is. There's a few things I can think about. Like, I love Miriam Margolyes, but like, I'm not sure about the casting of her character, but she does a really good job. So, you know, if you come to watch it, just be aware that there may be things happening in it. And also, like, Romeo and Juliet is not unproblematic in itself. So, like, the Shakespeare will be there. The Shakespeare will be being performed, believe it or not, in the movie of the Shakespeare play. So if you're like, I think this part of Romeo and Juliet's kind of problematic. Okay, like, then, you know, you must make your peace with that. But there's a lot of amazing performances, and it is just like something that is kind of a cultural touchstone. So I think it's worth watching, and maybe we're gonna sit there and be like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But at least we'll be doing that together, you know, as a family. No. Oh, we were just talking about this. This is, do you guys ever think about dying? Buy Apocalypse Polish. And I bought this, and on my other hand, I'm going to be using their Barbie topper. I'm Weird Barbie, and so are you. Sorry, I saw a polish that I was like, I didn't see that polish last time. And I also bought one that is this thermal yellow banana polish that is called How Much Could a Banana Cost? $10. And it costs $10, even though everything else on the website costs freaking $13.50. So they really committed to the bit. Here, let me share it. Also, summer is here. I can give a shout out for summer. I have not bought polish for like at least a year and a half, other than Polish Pickup and not anymore, but my Orly, my quarterly Orly delivery. But yeah, we're always recommending Plus Life Lacquer around here. It's one of the only brands we actually recommend. I'm no longer an influencer. Danny and I have decided we are no longer an influencer. Are we? Did we not have Plus Life? Do we not have, or is it Plus Life Lacquer? I don't know. I'll share the website. I'll just go to the website. No, apparently we don't have a redeem. What the fuck? Because these frickin' polish companies keep betraying us. But I know Summer, we're friends. Yes, PLL is baller. Every polish I've ever gotten from them has been sick as hell. Now don't buy a polish that you don't think you're gonna like. We love the bean polish. I don't know if the bean polish is still available. But I honestly should get the frickin'... Also... Freaking Summer, like I do need, there's too many places I want to order from. I think it was a thing that somebody named, but you made a polish called Slocum Joe's, and I was so fucking excited. I was so fucking excited. We made like a, we have a cardboard city. Oh, thank you for hanging out, Allie. Maybe we'll see you tonight at the movie. We made a cardboard city for a Fallout game, and we put a Slocum Joe's in it, and we printed out a billboard for it, and I wrote some of my own graffiti, and it just says, "Come faster." And I was so proud of myself, and I still am. Oh my god, it's only till the end of the month? Okay. Oh my god, you still have the Christmas polishes. They're so good. You have so many good polishes still. This is so good. Oh my god. I haven't been buying polish in a long time, but I'm finally getting that itch again. That itch. The Taco Bell collection is what made me fall in love with Plus Life Lacquer in the first place. But yeah. But, cha. Where's Mush Mom? Is Mush Mom sold out? No, there's the full set. It's in the full set. Where's Mush Mom? Oh, the bar glitters. The Minecraft, is it the Minecraft potion jellies? Is that where these live? Is that the bar glitters? Oh my god. Oh my god. You gotta pick up a child to be lurking. Thank you for your lurk. Mush Mom! Sorry. It's beans. It's beans. Do you see this? Do you see this shit, my liege? The new polish that you made, is it available yet? The don't move the ladder polish. That was I love that name that you chose from your audience's names. I think they might have just upvoted it. This one's so fucking cute. So fucking cute. Oh my god. The Final Fantasy collection is perfect. Yeah, they're Slocum Joe's. My only hesitation for buying Slocum Joe's is I have one that looks like very similar. This one's Slocum Joe's. Next month. Next month. Okay. I thought that was so funny. For the next time we're in the mood to actually celebrate our country, this is my favorite patriotic polish. I think it's so cute. I know it's Teguppy. I always say it away, and then people are like, that's not how you say it. But, yeah. Ugh, so many cute polishes. Anyway, you all know this. People in our chat are always buying Plus Life Lacquer. So you all know this. Togepi. Togepi. That's what I thought. I said it away, and then, like, somebody was like, my kid is, like, yelling at you to say it right, and I swear to God it was that way. You just used it. It's so fucking cute. Somebody save America so that we can wear cute polishes about it again. Make America celebratable again. You love the Teguppy stamping on it. The Teguppy, yes. Frickin' Teguppy. 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 A girl that's hard to get. This is so fucking cute. Lost Blue Cola is so cute. Where did it go? I swear it was just here. Am I just like going insane? I thought it was... Oh yeah, it's on this page. Yeah. So cute! Summer is very, very good. I know! I do need regeneration. It's perfect. It is perfect. And I love bar glitters. I'll bring it up to Husbando and maybe he'll make me feel not bad about spending money. I put my nose ring back in today. I changed back to my old mask style, but like it's leaking when I wear my nose ring. So I don't know why it's leaking when I wear my nose ring. So I have to take it off again, but at least it's not hurting my nose. One of the rare times, yes. I hate not wearing my nose ring, honestly. I'm like, how does anybody supposed to know I'm cool unless I'm wearing my nose ring? And it's like, they just can't. They just don't know I'm cool anymore. Yes! Summer is here! Your husband... What were you... Why are you... What happened that's causing you to talk about your hairy husband? What did you do to him? What did you do, Danny, to make your husband so hairy? No. Why are you bringing it up right now? I keep thinking I've smudged, and then I realize that it's the thermal. It's just the thermal getting activated, getting triggered. Are you triggered? You gave him a haircut. I see. Yes, I saw you made water decals. I want to be able to make water decals. We've been printing a lot. So we should get a decal printer. And your printer uses white? I want white ink in my printer very bad. I need to do it. I don't actually want them mostly for my nails. I want them mostly for like my miniature products. Oh, okay. But do you have a printer that's no white ink? Okay, okay. Oh, you just like did a little like grady, or you did a little like sponging. Yeah? All right, all right, all right. I see, I see. All right, gonna let these, you played around with your water decals for your Bakugo nails, you're right. And for your bronzy nails, Danny, they came out so good for your bronzy nails. White airbrush, holy shit. You're like so extra. I haven't even been airbrushing my models. Oh. All right. Now we gotta get over this with a top coat. And then we will use one of my semi-mattes. Because I, on the whole, don't like a full, like paper matte polish. I like I don't know, just a little bit of not like dry, like desert dry, just like matte, just like not shiny. Definitely looks beautiful. Glossy looks very like, I don't know, it looks like I'm like a person that has like a pink, black, and white tea room. If that makes any sense. I know decals are so good. I'm going to be using them. I told everybody, I mentioned my Labubu. It's not my Labubu, it's my friend's Labubu. But I'm going to be customizing it for them. And one of the things I'm going to be using is a lot of water slide decals. And yeah, it would have, like, honestly, the decals were so expensive that it's like, I should have just printed these out, honestly. After you put the decal, spray clear top coat on the paper and let it dry 30 to 60 minutes. You and your freaking airbrush. I hope you're wearing a respirator. You better be wearing a respirator. Like spray paint top coat. That's crazy. Honey Labubu. Honey Labubu indeed. By the way, I'm seeing Priest again in a week. In a week, I'm seeing Priest again, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm gonna be using this leatherette top coat. This is like, I think my Charmeuse top coat is like the least matte of my semi-mattes. But I want it to be like, not like, I want it to be like more matte than not, just not paper matte. Outside only. Okay. Priest is my favorite band. They didn't always used to be my favorite band, but it was so freaking cool. So I met my friend Jax, who I'm actually customizing this Labubu for. And, like, we had so much in common. We loved Fallout. We loved Dragon Age. They were working at this shop that I frequent. And, like, I heard them talking from, like, across the store. And it took me a while to even, like, approach. Anyway, but I did. And then, like, eventually I ended up, like, seeing their Twitter. And, like, for context, I forgot to give context. I started listening to Priest on, like, Spotify. They just recommended it to me. I heard the song Obey by Priest, and it was so fucking good that I was like, I need to listen to every single thing from this band, and I am now obsessed, and this is like my favorite song ever. And like, the band is like a guy, he's in a gimp mask. Let me like show you. Let me show you Priest band. You've activated my trap card. So Priest has had 2 lead singers, and I think the lead singer now was always like the main like driving force of like, I think he was the one who writes the lyrics and stuff, but I actually haven't asked or don't really know. So yeah, like Plague Dr. Birds, Gimp Mask. This is the current kind of Priest look. It used to be, this is the old Priest. And this is the new Priest. But like their name is Mercury though. The lead singer is Mercury, and then the 2 backup musicians are Sulfur and Salt. And in the current makeup of Priest, Mercury, so Sulfur is the father, in which I mean literally a father of Mercury, who is his literal actual son. And then the one that I call the Holy Ghost, which is Salt. No, Salt is the father, Mercury is the son, Sulfur is the Holy Spirit. Sulfur actually changes depending on if they're in America or if they're in Europe. And I think other reasons too. I think like it's just not always the same person, but the father and the son are the 2 same people. I don't know if anybody else calls them those names, but they should. I have had a freaking dice tower that has been rolling really shit recently. So next Friday, I'm gonna have him bless it. But anyway, the point is that I became obsessed with this band, and I was asking everybody in the world, like, do you know this band? Have you heard this band? They are former members of the band Ghost that has been getting really popular recently. But they left Ghost. A few of them sued Ghost. Mercury, the new Mercury lead singer, did not sue Ghost. He was not part of that lawsuit. But a few of them did. They lost. So, you know, I don't really know what was up. There was a lawsuit. But then they made this band, and I love their music. Xtina's actually right now, if I go to like full screen, Xtina's wearing a Priest pin right now, a big Priest pin. Anyway, I was asking everybody. So 2 months later, I'm at this game store, and like I meet this chick, whatever. I go on her Twitter, and she on her Twitter is like priest number one fan basically, and I'm like, holy shit, this chick's not only into like everything I'm into, this chick like is like into Priest, this band that I'm obsessed with, but nobody knows. So I went back to the game store and I was like nervous as hell. I was like DBTing the fuck out of myself. I was just like, I was so nervous. I had to use all my skills. And then like I walked up and I was like, hey, so I realized we have a lot in common. There were other things too. And she was like what? And I was like that, because she was wearing that exact same like big old Priest pin on her lanyard. And she's like, oh my God, you're into Priest? Anyway, turns out during the pandemic, she had like given them her entire stimulus check because they couldn't tour, so they couldn't make any money. So she gave them her entire stimulus check because she felt like they needed it more than her. And because of that, she's now friends with the lead singer. She's like a literal VIP. And like, she like fucking knows them. He's on her like freaking speed dial, literally. So I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. But like, I didn't know her very well. So I didn't really know if like what she was telling me was true or not. So I was just gonna screen share this. So like, we planned to go to the Priest show that was like happening in a few months. And I was like, should I make them minis? And she was like, yes, make them minis. I put it off for a while because like we were playing phone tag and like weren't really communicating very well. But then like the week before I actually started on them, so Husbando was like, you're acting like you're in a competition show right now because you're just like working so hard on these minis. So I sculpted them minis. Let me see. I don't really want to bring them up right now because like my brain. But I sculpted them minis and I brought them to the show. And like we were standing in line for merch, and then like Jax got out of the line. She's talking to this handsome man, and like she's like, Stephanie, come over here. And she's like, this is Mercury. And I'm like, so like she had not, she had been, it had been real. It had been totally real. So yeah. And then he saw the minis and he loved them. And he's like, these would look great in a miniature city. And I was like, yeah, in theory, these would look great in a miniature city. Basically, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. You know, I was just like being like nice and excited because I'm nice and I was excited. He's like, no, like we're building a miniature city. Do you want to like work with us? And I was like, yes, of course. So yeah, like we are in talks to do that, but they have been experiencing some like financial issues. So the miniature city is put off for now. But honestly, it's an honor to be nominated. And their music just gives me life. Like, their music fits so well into this one piece that I'm writing. And, like, it's just, like, I just feel like I'm just so happy. Like, I met them and they loved my work and I love their work. And it's so nice to meet another artist, you know, definitely like Summer is the same way. I'm like, damn, your work is amazing. And then we met and we vibed, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so amazing to meet another artist and to like be a fan and then like know that they're a fan of you. And like, it's like, I was like, I'm still reeling from it and I'm just so excited to go see them. I'm now in their Discord in a pretty high rank in the Discord. So I theoretically am supposed to be able to watch Mic Check. And I'm supposed to have a guaranteed meet and greet. But I think at the location they're going to be able to have a meet and greet regardless. And thank you. Um, Mostly though, I just want him to see. So my outfit for the Priest show is so cute. I got myself a leather Priest collar. It is leather, but it like has a design like a Priest collar. So I'm going to be wearing that, and I'm going to be wearing like a shirt dress. And last time I saw Priest, I was actually, I actually wanted to, I realized I needed a walker because it's like, you know, hours of standing room only. And when I finally went to go like see him at the end, I went and stood in line to see him at the end in his costume. I was like fucking dying. So I got a walker and I have a massive priest patch that they sell. And so like I'm putting that on like the walker's like backrest. So anyway, it's just, I'm going to be super cute and I'm super excited to see them and look super cute and listen to the music. And their show is so good because it's just so much pageantry, so much like, ugh, it's just like, it's a show. It's a big show. And like Hubs love them so much. Hubs is the reason we're in their Patreon. Because he's like, this is just this art that I want to support. That was such an amazing show. I just need to support this art. And so like, it's so beautiful to just have like a thing that Hubs and I can do together. Like, there we go. Yes. Ah. So these are this side's nails today. These are this side's nails today. I did get all of you, right? I'm almost certain I got everybody with the matte. They're looking like the F's very matte now, but it looks like this matte takes a while to dry down. So we still got some shine on the other ones. But yeah, I'm so excited to see Priest. Ah! And when he came off of stage the last time I saw him, he like walked through the audience. Fuck. And he gave me a big hug. He was like, thank you so much. And I asked him for a hug, but he gave me a big hug and he was super sweaty. And so I got to absorb him. I was like, yes, enter my pores. And he was like, never say that again. No, he didn't. I didn't say that out loud to him. But maybe I shoulda. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, should I let my freak flag fly? Should I let the freak flag be flown? And you know, I think many times I should. But you know, the one time that you let your freak flag fly and it is like not appreciated or worse is like unappreciated, like they're like never fucking do that again. It's like that's a bigger deal than letting your freak flag fly or not letting your freak flag fly. So sometimes you just gotta be a little bit careful with your freak flag, you know? Do y'all remember those car commercials? There was like a puppet and like the puppet was just like, he was like inappropriate to the point of like it actually being inappropriate, but like the puppet would just go around and like be a little weirdo, and like the actual people working at the car place was like, do not do this. And one time he's like, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna let my freak flag fly, and the person was like, do not let your freak flag fly. That's me to me. I'm gonna let my freak flag fly. And you're like, don't. Oh, don't do it. I think that on this side, I'm just gonna do black, and then I'm gonna do the weird Barbie polish is what I'm gonna do. There we go. Sounds like a them problem. Hello, nailed it, guys. Hello. I am gonna paint my other hand. I do not have any special plans today. And also, we're coming in. It's a pretty perfect amount of time. Hello. I've missed you. It's been a while. Or maybe you were here last time and it's just been a week and I'm like, it's been so long. It's been the longest time. I am excited about this month's movie theme, which is Shakespeare. I've been wanting to watch Shakespeare with people forever, and I just have not done it, and we're finally doing it. And I am just, you know, I love me some Shakespeare. I do. Minecraft collection, everything. I want the Minecraft collection. I want it. It's so good. I also want... What was the other one that I was like, ah? There was another one. Isn't it just gorgeous to put down a one coat black? Isn't it just like the most beautiful sensation? I think that I keep like not putting my playlist on repeat for some reason. Oh no, or did I like leave the page with my music? Whoopsies. I'll just start from here. I'll just start with our opening song. Bar glitters forever. Yeah, exactly. So nice, though. Yes, this is my number one when I ranked all my black polishes. This is Black Shadow. Because, like, I swatched all my black polishes before I ranked them. And based on price and coverage and brush, this was number one. I bought this with summer. Still feels wrong to just have one coat though, you know? Yeah. Slasher invisibility is almost gone. You put it on everything. That is your Frank's Red Hot. Is that, wait, what is the, what? Oh, the clear bar glitter. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. I want to like clean that more. I want the pink one. I want the whole set. I want it. And I'm finally getting excited about polish again. It's nice. But also at the same time, I'm like, ugh. I don't love spending monies. Getting that corner. Like, part of me, I am gonna do another coat. I don't know. Like, I just feel... I'm gonna put the topper on it. It's never going to have mattered if I did another coat or not. No one's ever going to, even if it was a little patchy, no one's ever gonna see it, but like, I just a high coverage bitch. I can't help it. Kevin and Vine either occasionally alchemy or painted, but mostly not. Yeah. I mean, if you want to polish, you just make it, you know? My obsession recently has been like stickers and earrings and now patches, because I recently put Velcro on the back of my walker, on the backrest of my walker, the thing that people see as I walk towards them. So I can put patches on it and I can move them and remove them and use them differently. And I'm really excited. After the movie night, because I took some patches and like I was gonna sew them onto Velcro, but then I was like, this is hard and I don't want to do it. It's like hard to push it through and I just was not able to get a good grip. So I ended up just getting, first I tried, they were all iron-on patches. So first I tried to iron them on to the Velcro and that did not work. You need to offload on me? Oh yes, please do. Yes. Please offload on me. I want your load. Summer. Yeah, I would love, I use your stickers so much that you've already sent me and given me, because like I do a lot of sticker bombing. So like, even if I don't like the sticker, I use it as a background. I use it as like a base for the stickers that I actually want to get seen. So yes, please. Offload on me, BB. First I was like, what did you say? What was I talking about earlier that was like definitely a jizz joke? I don't even know if it was on here or if it was like somewhere else. But I definitely had like a jizz joke earlier, either in my own head or in this stream. When I'm doing like my volunteering and activism and stuff, like I always want to say just like dirty shit all the time. And like, you know, on our protests and stuff, it's like, I don't know, Summer, if you know that I've been like doing a lot of activism. It's really scary in California right now, and I'm realizing more and more it's mostly like it's not entirely like, you know, no matter where you are, it's a scary time for everybody. So I'm not trying to say it's not, but California has been fucking targeted. Like we are. Do I have like a little wax picker? Do I not have a little wax picker? I guess I can just do, they gave me little shoes. They gave me little shoes, so I can probably pour a little out for my homies. And whenever they have a big fancy glitter they need to give you. Yeah, it's infuriating. And you know, the only thing we can do is anything we can. And so I've just been doing anything I can. But like Orange County and LA have really had an outsized amount of ICE raids and of just like really disgusting ICE tactics. And like at a hospital near me this week, there was a person there named Milagro, and I do not remember her last name. But she had been in the hospital, and I don't know the true story, but like I did hear that perhaps she was in the hospital because of something that ICE did to her when they like first detained her, but I do not know. That is something I don't know. But she had been in one hospital. She was removed kicking and screaming. And this is triggering, by the way. She was removed kicking and screaming from that hospital before they said that she could be released. So there was still something wrong with her, but ICE still took her. But then they took her to another hospital in Anaheim. Like, she wasn't really allowed to, like, talk to her family. And so people set up kind of like a vigil / protest. And like they were trying to really like, they were trying to protest, and they were also trying to basically make sure they got footage for the family. I am still alive. I'm telling a sad story, but I am still alive. Yes. And movie night if you want to go. What was I saying though? Anyway, so they were all vigilant. I was also vigilant. I was there when she was taken finally by ICE from the second location. And I did not see her because I was standing a fair bit away, recording a different angle that I knew nobody was getting, to make sure that if something happened that needed to be recorded, I got it. You know, nobody was at the angle I was at, and I thought it was a pretty good angle. And like, it really hit home for the first time that I was like watching somebody get dragged off to a concentration camp. And all that the people who were there with her could do was they were on a megaphone and they were just literally telling her to not give up hope. And, like, I was just like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is happening? And I feel really grateful. I feel really grateful that I was able to be there and experience that. Yeah, thank you, Nels. You know, and I'm fine. Like, and it will take a lot. We're gonna have to really get into some shit if, you know, this comes to me. But if it goes unchecked, it will. I just bought a patch with a saying that I've really been feeling recently that says, if they come for me in the night, they'll come for you in the morning. I know some people who are like, I'm not really paying attention to that because it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't, you know, like, it's not me. That's not gonna happen to me, and I have other things in my life to worry about, basically. And it's like, it's gonna be you, like, or someone you love. Like, where's the line? Where's the line? The line should have been many lines ago. You know? This shouldn't have happened under Obama. Because shit like this did happen under Obama. Not to the same extent and not with the same level of cruelty. But it did. Shouldn't have happened under Trump. Shouldn't have happened under Biden. And, like, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. They shut down the swap meet here because of the raids in LA. It's so fucking awful. That is, yeah. Our swap meets have been very, like, particularly targeted. So, like, and it's awful. Like, and one thing that we do a lot of, every single Sunday, I help run a rally in Irvine. Every single Sunday, we have a food drive that goes to United Across Borders, who is literally helping people get food who cannot work, who are sheltering in place, afraid they're going to be sent to one of these camps. And, you know, I shouldn't have to say it could happen to you for you to care. But that's between you and your God. I'm going to switch around this Barbie shoe. We love having these conversations when I'm trying to place carefully a Barbie shoe on my finger. And then I have another hand that says, like, fuck on it. But, like, you know. I've been saying, because, like, a lot of people feel like, oh, should I even be laughing right now? Should I even be having fun right now? And I've said this before. Everyone deserves a good life, even you. And you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. You gotta keep your hopes up. They want you to be demoralized. They want you to think you can do nothing about this. They want you to think you're powerless. I was in an ACLU training the other day, and they had a great dialectic, like we learned in dialectical behavioral therapy. Two things being true at once. This is not normal, and you are not powerless. So if you are not doing something in your life to push back against this regime, and I understand sometimes just living your life is putting past this regime, like, you need to live first. Needs first. Your personal needs first. If you die, then it was for nothing, you know? But get out there and push back against this regime in any way you can. If you don't want to be out in public doing stuff because you're scared, there's things you can do behind the scenes. You can even donate to just one of these food drives that gives food. You can donate to United Across Borders that gives food to people who need a shelter in place, you know? Every year at Passover, my family would say, like, you know, if we're not all free, nobody is free. Like, and I still believe that to be true. We were once slaves in Egypt, and, like, we must fight for the oppressed now. And even if I didn't have that background, I would hope I would feel that way. But you never know. You know? Heartlessness and cruelty is everywhere. It can even come from you and me. So, do what you can. Live your good life. Go out. Fight against this shit, but also have fun. Live a good life. And the thing is that a lot of these actions you can take are just fun. Going to a protest is fun, usually. And it's okay to have fun there. It's good to have fun. Live the life you and everybody else deserves. Don't feel bad that you have that life. Just remember that it's your job to help others achieve it as well. Yes. The soapbox will be here, by the way. The soapbox is staying. Never expect you're going to come into this stream again, and I will not have a soapbox to stand on. Because this is also part of my activism. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is telling y'all that you should join me. Find out your 50-51 nearby. The thing, some people, like, if you don't know what 50-51 is, it's 50 states, 50 protests, one movement. And they do pretty much monthly national days of action. They did the No Kings rally. And some people feel like they don't do enough. Mine does. Mine does a lot. Mine is taking a lot of direct actions to help people. But the great thing about these big rallies is you can meet other people like you at them, and you can find other organizations that are doing even more. And so whatever you want to do, you know, they can hook you up with a way to give back, the way to help out. We're going to need literally all hands on deck. If you are for free and fair elections, you know, if you want a government run by the people, for the people, if you're anti-concentration camp, then, you know, you should be fighting right now, because it's our world, it's our life, it's everything is on the line. Everything. And if you don't think that's true, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. But yeah. Back to my fucking Barbie nails. Back to my Barbie nails, everybody. This shoe right here, this shoe is gonna be the death of me. It's sitting right across my nail. And it will not, I have no hope for it to ever lay flat. I have no hope for that nail. In theory, and this is the thing we talk about in the podcast, in theory, I love a big chunky glitter. In reality, I still love them, but they're on thin ice, you know? You're on thin ice. I just got a little bit of top coat on my C. At a certain angle, the shoes look like sharks, and you love that. Yes, that is amazing, actually. I also love that as well. Okay, we're just gonna have a bit of a smudge over here. A bit of a, like, not perfectness over here. And that's just gonna have to be okay. That's just gonna have to, we're just gonna have to accept that. There are some things in life you have to accept. I'm hoping soon to do what we call a teach-in on radical acceptance. because I know a lot of people are struggling with mental health right now, and I just want to teach some people. Nails are done, by the way. I just want to teach some people some, like a hammerhead shark. Yes, I see it. I see it. I'm looking at it. I see it. I see it. It's so cute. These would be perfect. This glitter would be perfect for Priscilla nails. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert nails. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing the fuck because I broke my pinky nail yesterday. And so I said in my Discord that the theme of this stream will be fuck. It didn't hurt. There is like a lower crack in it that I couldn't like fully cut it off. But we teabagged it, it's fine. One of the better breaks I've had, honestly. One of the less horrible ones. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm doing a teach-in, and one of the things is gonna be radical acceptance. Because I think some people think that radical acceptance is radical approval. And they're like, I can't accept. And it's like, that's not what it is. Radical acceptance is saying, I accept that this thing is happening and then figuring out what to do about it. As opposed to putting yourself through the suffering of pretending something's not happening or being in denial or whatever. So I'm hoping I get to do that teach-in. And we can all be happy, healthy freedom fighters. As much as we fucking can be. It's also okay to not be happy. Your mental health isn't bad because you're sad necessarily. And it's also okay to have bad mental health. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. You're all good. Just so you know. You are valid and I love you. So yeah, lovely day. We are so shiny. We are so pink. I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving this. If you haven't listened to the podcast yet this week, we're going to be probably doing about monthly podcasts, putting them out whenever we can. Putting them out when we fucking feel like it. So check out the podcast. I wonder, there's one thing I didn't try to see if Plus Life Lacquer would come up. No. I swear to God. I swear to God. I have to do everythll around here. We have been visited by the amazing Summer from Plus Life Lacquer today. So, is it PLL? I do not fucking know. But I did it myself. So we were joined by the amazing Plus Life Lacquer. So please go check them out. We love their stuff. They're one of the only nail brands we actually recommend. There's like 2 nail brands we recommend, and it's Glistening Glow and Plus Life Lacquer. That's it. That is it. Everybody else, back of the line. I like the Apocalypse Polishes, but I don't know them. I don't know you. I don't know what you're all about. But anyway, so go check that out. And if you would like to today, please, if you are 18 plus and queer friendly, then you can join us in our Discord in general or in specific today as we watch Romeo plus Juliet, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, which is just like, it's a fucking vibe, man. Just a fucking vibe, you know? Just come in there, let's vibe and keep it tight with us. We love vibes. Vibes are thrust upon us here in our community. Because Hold On to Your Plants found one in their backyard, and I found a whole ass Hitachi wand in my car that I do not remember or know how it got there. I do, and it's not mine. Mine are accounted for. The Hitachi wand gremlin has visited my car. So when we say we're vibing and keeping it tight, that's legitimately, as I accidentally said earlier today to Nikki, legitimately. All right, everybody, have a wonderful break between this and the movie night. And also, please come and come to bingo. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? We have bingo this weekend. On Sunday is Polish Pickup Bingo. So be there. It's our biggest night of the week, month, whatever. It's big. We do bingo. We do Polish Pickup. We're going to be supporting a charity. I don't know what charity we're supporting, but we're going to do that on Sunday, and you're going to be there, and you're going to like it, okay? Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you. Bye.